All right, so an epiphany, but it's just, I was aware of it, but now I think I can explain it. So let's go ahead and try to explain it. So what the person taught me was that, number one, you fall for a broken person. I don't even like to say broken, just a person with a lot of unresolved things, let's say. And so I had to stop and take a look at myself and say, why did you choose this person? You knew, you saw through them, you were empathic. What was it about you that made you choose this person that eventually discarded you? What was it about you? Not about the person. Forget about the discard. Forget about the emotional execution. What was it about you that made you choose that person when you knew deep down, your intuition told you, and even throughout the relationship, your intuition kept telling you that something's off, something's not right? You're trying to live through your purpose. You've got this idea. You want to live through your ideas. And what I found myself doing was that's your love, right? You start to develop love, self-respect, self-dignity, your foundational principles, all of these things that you want to teach other people. You're building your brand up. You're building your business up. But I wasn't doing a good job of it. Why? Because I didn't trust myself. I didn't have abundance from within. I didn't have that abundance of love. I was lacking something. I was lacking certain elements of my unconscious. Your life is filtered through your conscious and unconscious, and that unconscious script, there's still something missing, unresolved. Uncertainty. You come from uncertainty, you over-explain things. You still have to seek validation. So in a sense, there's something that you needed to validate with, or be validated in, from that other person. You're not coming from abundance. If there were abundance, I would have pulled the trigger on my purpose, my love for myself, the thing that I love to do. I would have pulled the trigger a long time ago, but something was keeping me held back. And when I encountered this person, I started finding myself in positions where I had to question whether or not I was willing to give up certain values, or bend on certain values, bend on certain boundaries, bend on certain foundational principles, bend on my integrity of those things. Abandonment of the self. If I were to do that, I would never be able to pull the trigger on the things that I love. I would never be able to come from a place of abundance, because I would be settling for less, coming from a place of lacking, and anything that that person would give me, I would take. And so it taught me that I was coming from a place of lacking, of uncertainty. And even though I was healing from anxious type to secure type, which I am a secure person, but life is a healing process for the rest of my life. It just is, which is a good thing. That's eternal consciousness. You continue to understand more about the self, the relationship between the ego, the external, and the self. And so this person taught me that you make a decision. You either set your boundaries now, man, or you might as well give up on your vibration. You might as well stop thinking about leveling up and becoming that the next version of yourself that you want. And in doing that, you shed yourself. You shed yourself of that darkness, because you get rid of the relationship. It's extremely painful, but that's your rite of passage. That it's a doorway that was necessary. So divine intervention happened where you can't stay in the relationship because you're not going to be able to live God's purpose. You're not going to be able to put your desire and vision in God's hands or the universe's hands. You're going to have to settle for less. This is scary. It's heartbreaking, because many people are out there giving up on life, dreams, and visions. And you live in lower vibration, even though every human being is a very powerful individual if you choose to live in that higher vibration. This is where we excel as a society if we choose to. We try to raise ourselves up individually, and our attitudes and our vibrance and energy is contagious. And people then learn and to emulate certain leadership traits, for example, foundational principles, for example, that self-love, that self-respect, that self-dignity that a father who's supposed to be in the household to teach their children, who's not there, now you have to go validate